So another Ephemerate deck for the day. Solitude was a real banger in the Kiki Cord deck we just played. And in addition to Solitude, we're also playing Grief in this deck. So another one of those evoke cards that it comes into play and then it sacrifices itself normally, but we get a discard effect. But we mitigate that it's about to sacrifice itself with a card like Ephemerate. Or in this deck, we're also playing Malakir Rebirth. So if you can't see on my little split screen there, Malakir Rebirth is a 1 black instant that says the next time a creature you choose would die this turn, you lose 2 life, and then it comes back into play tapped. So basically the plan is you can Grief or Solitude evoked by exiling a card from your hand, and then Ephemerate or Malakir Rebirth it back into play to get its effect a second time and keep the creature around. So past that kind of 16 card package, we're just kind of a black-white Stoneblade Dead Guy Ale deck. We've got Stoneforge Mystic and Tidehollow Sculler, which are cards that work okay with Ephemerate. We've got some Skyclave Apparition, which works very good with Ephemerate. We've got good interaction like Vindicate and Damn. And then we've got Maul of the Skyclaves and Batterskull as cards that we fish up with Stoneforge. Yeah, Dauthi Voidwalker seems like a sweet one. So this is like main deckable graveyard hit that eventually can draw one of the cards that you want, and it has shadow, so it's evasive, which is nice. I'm explicitly not playing the Cauldron Completed, and maybe a bunch of people are going to put up results with it, and I'm going to eventually test it, but that card just doesn't seem playable to me. Like, I think both of these being more efficient to cast and equipped is just much better on average than what that effect is doing. So let's go ahead and dive on into some games with this and see how it goes. One other thing to note about this deck too is that we are explicitly not playing Dark Confidant because the increase in mana cost from our invocation incarnations would really hurt us with Bob. Why no swords? Well, this is a modern deck, so Swords of Plowshares is not legal here. Sinistar, well, let's get you a sword while you're here. I appreciate your support. Welcome to a live one. And we kind of are playing swords. Solitude is swords, right? Solitude is ready to plow. Oh, swords. I just don't think any of the swords are very good. I think Maul of the Skyclaves and Batterskull are better cards to find. The swords are kind of slow and mopey. I want to kill people. This is a grindy card. This is a get you dead card. Yeah, Kiki Chords uploaded to YouTube. It's processing. You'll love to see it. We have 2 equipments. We have all the Skyclaves. Kiki Cord was a delete. The blue-red deck was a dumpster fire. This deck seems neat. I'm interested to see how it plays out. I think you definitely want Thoughtseize in this type of list. Generally speaking, the combo decks in Modern, you want like 6 to 7 discard spells. So if we count Grief as a turn 1 discard spell, I've got 7 discard spells post board. I think is the appropriate number. The Kiki Clark League was a total delight. If you're an old-time Hoglandian who remembers the Kiki Cord days fondly, you will be very happy with our Kiki Cord set. It was a treat, chat. Luris. You think God Shadow is playing Death Shadow? I guess Blackleaf Cliffs would imply not Shadow. Yeah, Kiki Cord had some amount of fringe play before this latest set, and Solitude was a big upgrade. Well, so back in the day, things like Mardu played more discard spells Smash because they had Faithless Looting. Without having access to something like Faithless Looting, it's harder to play too many discard spells because they do draw dead eventually. Tidehollow Sculler, get a lay of the land here. 2 bolts, a Thoughtseize, Snapcaster. So it doesn't matter what we're taking here because this is dying. If they only had 1 piece of removal, we could take that, but 2 is unfortunate. Hey, Miramo, thanks for the Prime support. There's a ton of great people you can send that to every single month here on Twitch. Thanks for sending it this month. We could Stone Rain them next turn. They technically didn't have another land tier, right? Hey, nice mob gaming. It's a great time to find out Kiki Cord sounds somewhat reasonable, right? Things are starting to open back up again. Vaccines are available. Play some paper magic again, too. I assume they're taking a Vindicate here. Yeah, of course it says destroy target permanent like any permanent. Man, this card's really gross, huh? This card's like $80 or something right now, right? It's the best red 1-drop ever printed. We apologize for the inconvenience, but Magic Online has encountered a problem with these signals. It's good to know that the more some things change, the more they stay the same. I really wouldn't have felt like it would have been a proper Moto stream without at least one of those. Hold please. Oh, apparently there's a client update too. You get to look at my gorgeous desktop background for a little bit. It's not all bad. I sure do. We can plug the shirt too. The sponsors love the crashes. We got the Tireless Pilgrim versus the Multiverse here. If you want to get your own Tireless Pilgrim shirt or other sweet magic themed shirts, be sure to check out Coalescence Apparel. CoalescenceApparel.shop. Use code HOGLANDIA to save 10% on your orders there with them. While supporting my content here. They do a lot of great stuff. I have to stay on my ugly face till I type my password in because Magic Online doesn't auto log in yet. Man, it's about time to cut my hairs again, huh? We're getting kind of scraggly up here. We're getting a little scraggly, chat. Wait, was my opponent's clock running down that whole time? Did they also crash? Was that not just a me specific crash? Was that Did the server go down? Yeah, there was a client update to download. Did they push out a client update that just crashed everyone's clients? Is that what just happened? I think I think that's just what happened. Oh, Moto. Oh, Moto. Shucks. All right, they're gonna make me discard anyways. Oh, it's pro white. Oh no. Oh, why is it pro white, chat? Why is it pro white? It's still correct to do this because this gets bigger when we discard cards. So we should do that rather than discarding the cards from our hand. Can exile itself. One other target creature cannot exile itself. I actually don't think I have any cards that can interact with this, right? All my removal is white? Oh damn, we have two copy. We can say damn it. Okay, got it. Damn was a black white card in my head. One grief, please. We're dead here. They have a Luris in hand. So damn. Rest in peace. Vindicate. Guile can make them sacrifice that idiot. Definitely a Thoughtseize out matchup. Huh? What are we cutting here? Do I want grief in this matchup? DM is still black when overloaded, yeah. Yeah, MTGO traders had 3 in stock and they were able to track me down a 4th on one of their bots. God bless. What if I do this? The Malakir Reborn doesn't work when we have Rest in Peace in play. That was Modern Mint today. Kiki Cord was awesome. We're just starting with this deck. I think I just keep any 7 that's close to functional, because their deck's kind of attrition-y. The suspend deck was a good reminder that if I'm going to take some viewer submissions, I need to be super selective with them. I need to make sure I'm only taking things that have some results to their name. All right, so we're going to lose Stoneforge Mystic here, I assume. Yeah, I'd take Tron as a submission. Like stock good decks. Sound fine. Yeah, Fish got some good tools. If you're interested in submitting a modern deck, I haven't added it to the form yet. I will take them for $100. They're going to be more than Magic Arena decks because I don't want to do a ton of them, but some number of them is fine. If that is in your budget and you would like to support my content and submit something, feel free. I think even if we don't get submissions, I'm probably going to do one or two modern decks per week. I think we're gonna do, at a minimum, we're gonna do one Kiki Cord League per week. You have to put your pinky up to your mouth when you say the decks cost that much? Maybe. I mean, to be fair, like when I do a modern deck too, modern decks are going to get blacked out for a longer period of time than what we do for other decks too. So like you're paying more money, but you're also like getting more of my time. And paying a professional $50 an hour for their time. And honestly, it's less than that even because I spend time off stream putting things together for it too. It's probably closer to 30 or 40 bucks an hour for my time. GMAC Attack, thanks for the 10 months. Welcome back. Grief. Yeah. And say damn it all at least when they go Luris and play the monkey next turn. Can you get an MTGO deck with Shillionaire? Sure. I was unable to get Dead Guy Ale cards for playing something entirely different right now. Your eyes are lying to you. Oh, that's adorable. Opponent's deck is sweet. That's sweet. 3/1 Delirium has Cascade. Yeah, it's kind of like a Bloodbraid Elf you can play off of Luris for sure. This is a decent draw with the Malakir Rebirth. I am going to do the Yuffie DLC at some point, but I think I might wait till part 2 of that releases and like do the Yuffie and then part 2 all in one sitting. You can dash this with Luris. That's kind of sick. Anywho, I'm ready to plow, chat. Are you ready to plow? Goodbye, friends. Goodbye, friends. This is another one of those cards that I hope never comes to historic. Like, just free spells are so silly. Yeah, Solitude has lifelink for racing situations like this. Okay. Get. Honestly, just like Solitude's one of our better draws here, right? Yeah, I agree. Solitude's been super impressive so far. I like it a lot. I think I'm going to take one hit from this Marauder. JK, I'm trading with the monkey. Batterskull, Stoneforge Mystic, Redundant Rest in Peace. Well, we'll hold on to that one because they have engineered explosives that can kill them both at once. It's the part where they top deck bolt and kill us. Okay. Oh, we're halfway there. Oh, lizard on a chair, take my hand. We'll make it, I swear. Levon Storm, thanks for the 3/4 of a year. Welcome back. Yeah, they don't have a removal spell here. This immediately starts gaining us life, huh? Judge, if I have Dauthi Voidwalker and Rest in Peace in play at the same time, I exile things with counters, right? It's 2 replacement effects and I control them both, so I choose? No, the person whose cards are being impacted by it chooses, right? Is that how that works? No, I think the person whose card is impacted by it chooses. I'm pretty sure the controller picks. Card owner chooses. Okay, yeah. When your card is impacted by multiple replacement effects, you pick which one wins. So with that in mind, I'm gonna play Voidwalker and wait on Rest in Peace. I wonder if they're playing Damnation or anything like that. All right, we got him on the 2-turn clock here. Yeah, it has nothing to do with layers. It has to do with the fact that how replacement effects work. I'm gonna sack the land at end of turn. I don't think there's any reason to like draw an expensive spell and like leave it in my hand. They're like a K command deck. Like they can K command me here. Oh no! Drown in the lock. The hubris of sacrificing my land, chat. Why did I do it? Dauthi Voidwalker can't swim, chat. He was so young. He was too pure for this world. Man, what a tilter. So obviously should have played the Rest in Peace out. What a game. The swings, chat. Grimboy. Man, Rest in Peace is good against their deck. Would you say it rips their deck apart? I would. That would be a good, accurate descriptor. Man, having lands that sacrifice themselves are busted shit. This is game 2. We are down a game. So if we win this slog, we have to take game 3 on the draw. It's been 8 squared months and we're still playing Moto. The more things change, the more they stay the same. Punchworthy, welcome back. We both had 30 cards left in deck. Oh yeah. Was that a good one, chat? Was that a good one? Loop that one into play, please. Don't K command me. Don't do it. Have a heart. Batter up. If they don't have a way to kill Batterskull here, the game's probably over because we can protect it at that point by holding 3 mana up. I miss lethal, chat. I could have ephemerated the Stoneforge and gotten Maul. That's fine. They had Snapcaster. Got it. Dead on board. Sweet. All right, gonna game 3. That was an impressive amount of grind. I was not expecting our deck to be able to keep up with what their deck was doing. Maul is a combat trick with Stoneforge because it equips when it comes into play. Yep. I think we mulligan that because it's got Stoneforge in both the equipments, but it's close. Like it's a good hand. It's just like the Stoneforge was just a 1-2. Gotta go fast, chat. Zoom, zoom. Man, this card is busted. It's so good. Really not have a land? Okay, that's less good. Damn it. It draws cards, it beats down, it ramps. Yeah. Their clock's at 12 minutes. The Moto gives you less time than Arena, but it still gives you like a giant vat of time. It's Death Right Shaman. They exile the Verdant Catacombs. Come on, this could do nothing. This is where the magic happens. It never does nothing. Yeah, something like that. What an incredible field bed design. Does Bob make the cut in their deck? It does not. Dark Confidant's not very good, chat. What makes it a feel bad design? The fact that it is a card that could literally have no text, or it could take your two best cards in your hand, like it did in this instance. Like the range on that card was my opponent could have been paying 2 mana to do actual nothing, or they could take my two best spells. Isn't that the RNG that you play the game for? Stop it. It's like the idea that a card that like does literal nothing or sometimes takes their two best cards away is the same as every other type of variance. It's just very silly. Stop being a Magic player. Those things are not remotely comparable. I guess all variance is the same, Jeff. We have a bolt here. All right, we've got 2 copies of Dam left in our deck, chat. Well, so Hymn to Torok is a powerful card. Nailed it. Hymn to Torok is a powerful card that has a variance element, but I wouldn't describe Hymn to Torok as a feels bad design in the same way that Fall is a feels bad design. Because Hymn to Torok, while which cards you're taking will vary game to game based on randomness, it always takes 2 cards, right? Whereas Fall could literally do nothing. That's the difference. The range on Fall is extreme. Thanks for the 17 months, Doji. Kiki Cord was awesome. If you're an old time Kiki Cord person, you will want to watch the 2 hours of Kiki Cord that will be getting posted this evening. We'll be playing more Kiki Cord next week. Well, protection doesn't stop global effects. Ephemerate. Ephemerate. Flood out a little bit this game. Screw generally beats Flood. What's going on, Taylor's Tribal? Modern Linux desktops look really nice. Thank you very much. I'm going to take the Blood Chief's Thirst because I would prefer they use Lightning Bolt to kill this. Probably dead here, though. We cycle 1 or 2 lands this game. Just 1. That's true too. Overload also does not change the spell color. Dam is always a black card. If you're not familiar with deck submissions, please use the form on my site. I don't say yes or no to things. Oh, we're dead to the bolt. Yep. I don't say yes or no to things in the moment. So the forum on my site is my way to kind of look at things off stream and think about them, and then I send you an email back before you donate. So you submit the form before you send me money. And then I say, yes, this is fine, send your donation, or no, I'm not going to take this, and this is why. Was just doing that. This hand's just kind of slow and bad, right? Just doesn't really do anything. It's fine. A lot of them all. Ooh, our first Titan matchup. The die roll here seems good. Huh. Guess we take Explore. I feel like I want to try and tag through the breach with a permanent discard spell, so that way it can't happen later. So I mentioned this earlier, but I'd like to call it out again because I think it's a complaint I hear often when we would stream Magic Online. It is wild to me that people complain about not being able to read the cards on Magic Online while they watch the stream because Arena literally doesn't have text on the cards. So, like, you're right that the text is so small it's illegible, but also, like, it's not really a valid complaint if you're used to watching Arena because you can't read the text on the cards there either. The Arena plugin doesn't work on mobile, especially not for the opponent's cards. Sure, all card games are unwatchable if you don't know the cards. That is true. I think it's the Through the Breach because they have 3, 4, 5 mana next turns. They still can't quite Titan me. Am I evoking Grief just to take the Summoner's Pact? I think I'm waiting one more turn because I don't think we're getting Titaned next turn, right? So this gives us one more chance to draw a Rebirth or an Ephemerate to keep the Grief. And again, for the record, I think I don't know the cards on Magic Online, so it's hard for me to watch. That's a valid critique. Like, watching any card game is hard if you don't know what the cards do. That's not exclusive to Moto or Arena or Hearthstone or whatever. They're all hard to watch. Okay, so I guess this is decent, right? Like, I get to Stoneforge for Suppressor, play a discard spell here. I mean, to the people that saying the card appears on the side when you cast it, my overlay here for my thing also puts the card bigger when I cast it on the right side because I'm mousing over it. So that also, in my opinion, isn't really a valid complaint. It's one of those things where at the core of it, people just don't know the cards, and that's the thing they should mention. It's hard to watch because I don't know the cards is reasonable and valid. So here's a real thought. Do I get Maul of the Skyclaves here so I can Solitude in a pinch? I think I do, right? And then if we draw another white card, we can put them all into play. But like having a instant speed free exile your Titan seems great, right? Relative to the size overlay, it's quite small. It's pretty comparable to what happens on what's it called? On Arena. So Rob, thanks for the Prime. Welcome to the channel this afternoon. I don't think watching on mobile sucks in general. I think watching on mobile is super fine if you are familiar with what the cards do. This is a 2-turn clock, right? It felt like we got outclassed a little bit against the Grixis deck in terms of card quality, but our disruptive elements here against this combo deck feel like they're working pretty well so far. So they have Gruul, Turth, Simic, Growth Chamber, then one card I don't know at the moment. So they can't have Breach plus the thing right now. Delta Guru, thank you for the quarter viewer. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. Okay, so now they have two cards I don't know. We're getting a Primeval Titan. I assume. Okay. We're gonna let this trigger resolve. I assume they still do garrison plus haste things, right? Is that a thing? Apparently not. So they got the Teleria West with the Growth Chamber, so I assume they're going to transmute for a Pact here to get Dryad. So that way they can turn on their Valakuts, because they have triple Valakut here. And now the awkward part about Solitude is while it's a free Primeval Titan answer, it notably does not let us have lethal next turn, right? So I think because they've taken this line, I don't actually Solitude the Titan here, because if I draw Vindicate or Damn, I have lethal next turn now. Okay, so they're gonna pay 4 for Pact, and then they're gonna get to Pact for Dryad, and they're gonna get 3 deal 3 triggers. But I think that's fine with the Batterskull. So I think we Solitude, Plow the Titan, attack for 6, leave them at 6, then we can put Batterskull into play next turn. So had some draws to win the game here, missed them, but not guaranteed dead, but also not an amazing spot. So the line here is this puts them to 6, and then they're going to clear our board a bit with Valakut triggers, and then our out is draw untapped land next turn to equip the Maul to the Batterskull and hit them for 6 in the air exactly. Wait, did they not Summoner's Pact last turn? I'm confused. Didn't they pack last turn? Or am I forgetting? They must not have. Oh, they drew. Wait, we discarded this one. That was it. We discarded this one with Grief, and they drew Titan. We discarded them, and then they're playing the deck that they're playing, so they top decked us. Got it. Oh, geez. Oh, geez. So they get to take their Explore back, which lets them put another land into play, which gives them 3 more Valakut triggers. I'm not dead yet. They don't have lethal heads up. They could draw. Oh wait, they have Dryad gives them an extra land drop, right? Okay, yeah, that is lethal. Forgot the Dryad gives them an extra land drop. Okay, so extra Vindicate. Unfortunately, Break the Ice isn't useful here. This is our anti-Tron card that just doesn't work against Titan, which sucks. Skyclave Apparition seems kind of bad. Extra discard spells are good. Ways to kill Titan and Dryad are good. Need 2 more cuts here. Is it crazy to trim Solitude? Yeah, probably. All the ways to kill their things probably important. Can be a threat in a pinch too. Maybe it's just Damn because it's sorcery speed, and I'm bringing in Vanishing Verse, which serves a similar role at instant speed. Let's try this. Okay. Yeah, Kiki Cord was awesome. We're definitely gonna play some more of that. I can go either way there. Might be right to keep the 2 verses. Keep forgetting to use these Bezo bucks as I watch on YouTube more often. Well, thanks for dropping them off when you do, Snapbolt. I appreciate it. Hope you're having a good afternoon. What's going on, Bikes? Yeah, we played Kiki Cord before this, and it was great. Made me feel like it was 2015 all over again. Remember 2015, chat? Remember when Trump was a meme candidate that we thought was just a joke? And then the last 5 years happened? Oh, 2015, Jeff. So young, so full of hope. Man, it wasn't even just COVID. Like, COVID sucked, but like, COVID was like the turd cherry on like the vomit cake. "2015 was 6 years ago." Oh God, you're right. It was, wasn't it? Oh no. Oh no. Dismembered my boy, chat. Can I get an Ephemerate or the other return spell with this grief, please, and strip their hand apart? People born in 2000 are old enough to drink. Big if true. Well, if we draw an untapped land, we can just grief them next turn. Get rid of this one here in response. Now, using my Vanishing Verse does mean that if I draw a Ephemerate next turn, I can't double grief them, which is sad, but I think it's the correct play. They want to tear my Aeons apart, chat. They're coming for my Aeons. We do have 4 copies of Black White Stone Rain, which would be good here. Solitude don't care about no Emrakul, chat. Solitaire don't care about no Emrakul, chat. Oh, Dauthi cast the card without making you pay its mana cost. How did I miss that? That's hilarious. Yeah, can I get a black card or a land, please? GG. Trigger. Do you think they board the Emberquills out for game 3, chat? Do you think Emrakul will still be in their deck for game 3? What do you think? This card's ghastly. Dauthi Voidwalker, chat. Man, there's a reason why that's a $15 rare. We should probably have 4 of that one. So this card says, if a card we put into an opponent's graveyard from anywhere, exile it with a void counter instead, and then you can sacrifice it to cast any card with a void counter for free until end of turn. Like, that's great. And it's main deck graveyard hate, right? So like it's an anti like dredge card and stuff too. No, so long as it's the same archetype, it's fine, Kid Martian. Yeah, it's really strong. Really sweet, powerful design. Yeah, it's a $15 Moto card. I don't know what it costs in paper. You boomers and your paper magic cards. Man, should I have played an untapped land so I could Solitude? Huh? Huh. You see this, chat? About to end this person's whole career. Goodbye, friends. Do 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 do. I mean, to be fair, like they're at 24. I don't have a ton of pressure yet. I'm gonna decline recasting this because. Oh, please have a Titan. Please have a Titan. Please have a Titan. Please have a Titan. Yeah. Oh, yeah. You made this? Dauthi Voidwalker made this, chat. Ooh, baby, baby. Baby, baby. Things you love to see. It. Also, important to note, Dauthi Voidwalker does not care who put the counters on it. So even if my opponent draws a dismember here, this Voidwalker will be able to grab this Primeval Titan down the line. Is my Moby midrange creature deck going to beat a big mana deck, chat? Are we going to beat a big mana deck? Are we going to beat the big mana deck? Oh, I'm so excited. Do 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 do. Their hand is Reclamation Sage Growl Turf, chat. Reclamation Sage Growl Turf. I would like this friend, please. Look at me. I'm the big mana deck. What nice cards you have. I think I should like to cast them, please. My title says courting for Kikis. Boomer magic it is. I believe Titan can fly. It can soar and touch the sky. Man, do we have more than one Magic format worth playing? Feels good, man. It does feel like 2015. More than one Magic format worth playing. Watch them like kill us here. I don't think they can kill us here. They have Wreck Sage and one card we don't know plus the Great Surf. Just a whole lot of nothing over there. Got it? Got it good. Ooh, Ooh, okay. And with this, I just hold this up, right? If I hold this up, I just can't lose. Can't lose has been declared. Like, I'm struggling to think of a combination of cards that beat us. If I hold that up. When will they bring Modern to MTGA? It's going to be a decade or two. We're probably 5 to 10. We're probably like 5 years off of Pioneer, and probably another 5 to 10 off of Modern. Chat, it took them 20 years to get Legacy onto MTGO, right? Like, it took them a long time. It isn't just gonna like happen overnight just because they want to. There's a lot of cards in this game. Not only did we beat Titan, but we beat Titan without ever casting a Vindicate. Which, if you would have told me that was going to happen, I don't think I would have believed you. I think I would have told you that I would have believed you that we could beat Titan, but the fact that it didn't involve casting Vindicates was impressive. Technically, full legacy doesn't exist on this client. There are technically cards that are legacy legal that don't exist on Moto. Is accurate. Although, you know what will exist on Magic Online, chat? The new secret layer featuring cards from Stranger Things. I'm sure those will be Moto legal. Just like The Walking Dead before it. I can only imagine that this next crossover is going to go swimmingly with the Magic community based on how The Walking Dead went over. Wizards is gonna break their record profits again for this year, aren't they? You thought the Walking Dead crossover was successful? Stranger Things is gonna sell so many copies. You and lots of other clown hairs. Like, it's a really solid crossover. Think attack using Tarmogoyf and Dauthi Voidwalker would work fine. No, Dauthi directly conflicts with Tarmogoyf. Don't play those two together. Is Goyf even good? Lord of the Rings crossover is going to break all sorts of records. Yeah, I think that's accurate. As if they're smart enough to put the Lord of the Rings cards on Arena, they will make giant gobbling piles of money. Like, yeah, I can't even fathom how much money they will make if that's on Arena. Voidwalker has cast Emrakul, the Aeon's Torn, and Primeval Titan. It's been hilarious. Oh. Shock, Thoughtseize, look at a handful of burn spells. Yikes. Yikes. It's been a while, chat. It's been a while. Well, that's sick. Goodbye, spells. It's very menacing, chat. Look at how scary it is. Yeah, I think so. It does work that way, and I think we do. Wait, does it? No, I don't think it does. No, because the evoke. No, there's never a window there, right? That's Sedge. Man, draw kitty cat here. I say this as someone who Lawrence and Yorian probably shouldn't be legal in this format. They're kind of obnoxious. This is a little aggressive. But I'm going to do it. All right, we're going to exile Taylor here. I took that aggressive line because if I hit Rebirth or Ephemerate, we would get to Solitude. All right. To dodge a Searing Blaze, we can dodge a ball. Okay. No whammy, 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 no whammy. Sometimes lucky, chat. Sometimes lucky. All right, so Solitudes and Griefs, obviously all great. We got our Blossoming Calm over here. That looks great. Is this a Skyclave Apparition out matchup? Would I rather cut Skyclave or Vindicate? Probably Vindicate, right? This is a threat that can attack. Vindicate's kind of slow. Yeah, no body. Yeah, okay, I like it. Vindicate does destroy lands. That is a legal play for it. This hand's a little slow, but any of our 8 evoke cards are good draws. Kiki Cord was awesome, Hairball. We're gonna play Kiki Cord again next week. I appreciate your donation the other day for it. Modern's been fun, and Kiki Cord will be back. Any evoke card, please. All right, well, damn it. I am not going to do, today is going to be our only full day of Moto that I'm planning to do. Depending on how many Moto submissions I take in, it's going to dictate how much we do. But I'm thinking like 2 to 3 Moto decks per week is probably a good number. We'll do them. We'll do them at the end of the streams. How about if I make you sacrifice a thing? God damn it. Sacrifice a creature, you gain 4 life. So we'll do this. And then next turn, hopefully, they go untapped land, Luris, Swift Spear, and then we'll Skyclave, Ephemerate Skyclave, exile them both. They drew Luris to their hand last turn. Perfect, just like we drew it up. Pierogi Addict, 20 gifted subs. That's quite absurd of you. Thank you. Thank you for the support. Okay, and the way this works is we get to respond to our trigger here by ephemerating. So we get to exile this as well, and they never get a 3/3 for this one going away, because it's technically a new Skyclave. That's a lot of support, Pierogi. I appreciate you keeping me around. Grief. I think I'm holding Grief for now. We're gonna Vanishing Verse this Goblin guy. It's way cheaper than me buying this deck on Moto. That's true. That's true. We'll take the trigger from the Goblin Guide here, see if we can get a free land. A Tidehollow Sculler on top, sure. Am I Vanishing Versing this Illusion token? It's pretty resource efficient to do so. All right, we're at 3 and they have a redraw. So probably dead here. Okay, keep 3 on the play. Our keep that game was a little slow. He had the Kaya's Guile, but wasn't quite enough to pull through. You pulled a foil Kiki out of TSR. Nice. Nice. The meatball. We need more Shambling Vent. We have a lot of utility lands. I think this is a mulligan. Though. Oh, God. Oh, I think we're going to 5. This is like if just any of these cards were a second black card, so we could do this in Malakir Rebirth, and it would just be so perfect. Vault double Grief turn 1 seems absurd here. I think we're just Pats against turn 1 Bolt, right? They're like, definitely gonna bolt the Stoneforge Mystic. We're already playing 4 of those. Technically, Malakir Rebirth's a spell land, right? I don't have that many basics. Maybe you could justify there's 4 Godless Shrine in this mana base. I could see that being overkill. Now, unfortunately, the way Searing Blaze is templated here, I still take 3, even though I blinked the Stoneforge Mystic, which sucks, but it is what it is. All right, am I dead? Do you have a way to shatter my Batterskull? They could have a skull crack here. If they skull crack us or have a way to kill Batterskull, we're in trouble. I remember the debate around Stoneforge Mystic and Batterskull and people talking about how it would kill Burn as a deck. And just laughing how just that couldn't be further from the truth. Kaya's Guile's a great draw. It's possible that only playing one of this card is wrong. Yeah, Street Wraith is still legal. They've triple Searing Blaze this game? For fuck's sake. Okay, well, gotta draw an untapped land, I guess. That's super frustrating. Feels bad, man. A whole lot we could do there. Yep. To be fair, the number of lands we could draw there that were good for us was pretty narrow. I was at 3. And I had a fetch land, so like shock lands were turned off. I had to draw basic or exactly another fetch. We needed them to have another brick. This deck seems fine. It's just like not doing anything super impressive. Vindicate hasn't seemed particularly exciting yet. This honestly might just be better off as a board card. Just like you board it against the big mana decks and things that have problem permanence. Would we have been dead to double charm anyways? Yeah, you're right. We would have been. I mean, major paper tournaments haven't been announced yet. But yeah, I mean, like, especially if like Modern seems fun. Kiki Card something we could play once a week to find a build that we enjoy. That's true. Multicolored cards do have some extra value because they evoke both of our things. That's definitely true. Yeah, we're gonna start control late. I went live a little bit late this morning because I overslept. I can be live till like 4 o'clock today, so we're gonna finish this league up and then we're gonna start control on the PlayStation. So we might not get a full 2 hours in, but we'll at least get a feel for the game. It definitely feels like companions were kind of shitty for this game. It's like all these Luris and Yorian decks cards probably just shouldn't be legal. And take their Aether Vial away. It allows them to do too many tricks. The big and honestly, I think the biggest. Oh, the more things change, the more they stay the same, huh? The big thing, it doesn't give you that information though, Jet. Luris and Yorian go into so many decks, it's not actually mulligan information game one. And the second thing is that what's the word that I'm searching for? The second thing is that there's what's the word that I'm searching for? We're never gonna get more companions. So like the fact that we're never gonna get more companions means that like these are the only ones we're ever going to see, right? Sure, but that information's not relevant, Neil. Luris's restriction isn't a real restriction in non-rotating formats with deep card pools where you should be playing low curve decks anyways. Yorian's not really a drawback, especially when you can draw your second vial in your 80 card deck. Why aren't we going to get more companions? Because the mechanic was incredibly poorly conceived. Yeah, there's like very low. I would be astonished if we ever got more companions. Yeah, Luris just largely tells you to build your deck correctly. Luris's deck building restriction just forces people to not make bad choices. Because you're like, oh, I can't play my cute 3 or 4 mana card because Luris says I can't. I should play Luris. Sure, never is a strong word. We just got a bunch of new Storm cards, but like incredibly unlikely. And this is definitely the one thing I haven't missed about Magic Online is the Magic Online clock system is super forgiving and doesn't punish you at all for like walking away from your computer for 5 minutes. There's no rope on this application. There's just this little timer ticking down up here. And I think it's you get like 8 minutes before it gives you a match loss. And you can wait like 7 minutes and 59 seconds and like come back and like literally have no penalty. All right. Got a Batterskull here, I think. Yeah, but it's playing like white Eldrazi hate cards. Do you dare tell me you drew Leon and Arbiter? For fuck's sake. Man, the top of their deck has been tilting AF so far. So I don't get to search with Ghost Quarter because this card is in play. Oh. Let's see if they realize the Charming Prince can take their Stoneforge back. They do not. They missed it. Charming Prince is exile target permanent you own. So they could have taken their Stoneforge there. We're probably gonna Plow Giver, huh? Man, it's really good too. Okay, I think we exile. I think we plow that one actually. All Givers tap down. And then if we draw a land, we can Vindicate the Giver. Their last card is Batterskull. Now they have Yorion. I'm surprised they didn't push Vial up last turn. So they don't have the mana to pay for their Arbiter and activate Field of Ruin here. So they actually would lose us. They could lose us both a land here if they wanted, but they have 2 5-drops in their hand, so I assume that they don't want to do that. I guess the fact that they have Aether Vial for one of them might mean that they want to do it. Okay. I guess it takes us off a color. Yeah, I think we're probably dead at this point. This league's been taking a long enough time. Yeah, definitely dead with another Wasteland run. There's not really a whole lot we could do that game. Top of the opponent's deck was very kind to them after we cast a bunch of discard spells. Cursed Totem's kind of funny here. I think Grief actually comes out in this matchup. I just want cards that play to the board. How do we gain control of their Stoneforge Mystic? Dauthi Voidwalker. Takes our opponent's cards. I don't know about the core of this deck, specifically with the Ephemerate and the Rebirths and the Incarnations, but Voidwalker is definitely an A+ card. I've liked it a lot. Grief has actually felt kind of meh. I don't know that I like it better than playing actual discard spells. Nah, I'm not really interested in playing Stone Rain against their deck. Like, this card would come in against, like, decks with Tron lands, but, like, I'm not really interested in Stone Raining them. Even for 2 mana. You're playing a Yorion version of the deck that we're playing. I can see that. And that's why, again, like, talking about Yorion and Lurrus, they probably just shouldn't be legal. Because, like, most mid-range and control decks, like, the opponent's deck, right? Like, the opponent's deck is just, like, this deck that's similar to ours. They're just like, all right, plus 20 cards, there's plenty of good cards, we'll play Yorion because it's a free resource. I think I can keep this because these are lands. Nah, definitely not, Draven. We've played, like, a dozen matches. Yeah, looking at the MTG Goldfish metrics, Tron doesn't seem like it's that popular in this format at the moment. Obviously, Eldrazi Tron and traditional Tron both see some amount of play, but they're not at the top of the top of things. As a testament to the format being fresh, we've definitely played against like probably 10 different archetypes in 11 or 12 matches now. Trying to think if I've seen any repeats. I don't think I have. We just planned a Batterskull this turn. The best deck in Modern right now is Lava Dart deck, so I would be surprised if Elves was the deck that was competitive. Longtime YouTube fan, finally catching you live. Even just what's going on, Hernandez? Thanks for the 5 months. I appreciate the prime. They got a Batterskull too, I assume, right? Oh, they got Maul. Interesting. They're just assuming I was going to kill their Stoneforge Mystic. Maybe they have Batterskull in hand already. With this flying. Gonna play this tap land because I think if they deal with my germ or my equipment, I might just say damn it all. Yeah, they had the Batterskull too. Insert Spider-Man meme here. Yeah, with no land tier for them, we definitely just do this. Friends. And like next turn we can drop some Voidwalkers, and then we can equip the following turn. Got me. We'll shock in a land to play both my spells now. Other giver's pretty good. Skyclave's not terrible. Huh? What are we taking? It could go a couple different ways. I think it's just Giver. Because we have more mana to work with than they do. It's also the smallest one in case they can deal with the Skyclave Apparition. Didn't feel very fresh. So I don't know anybody would describe this format as you're right. I think someone did use the word fresh earlier, and I think that that's the wrong acronym to describe what's going on for sure. And this is so people that have experienced historic in recent months, you're going to get you're going to learn that as formats like this mature, change is less common. So like this new set has largely added cards to established archetypes as opposed to creating brand new ones, and that's a good thing. You don't want your non-rotating format being turned on its head every time there's a new card release. That would be a bad thing, in my opinion, if that was happening. So I actually want to put the Maul on here, right? That because this has shadow, so they can't block this anyway. So this is me attack for 7 this turn. That's true. If you're a Yorion deck, you definitely play a third piece of equipment. Yo, dog, heard you like Skyclaves, so I'm gonna Skyclave your Skyclave. Well, they technically Skyclave my Skyclave, but not in the way that I thought, and they're dead on board here, right? We just equip the Batterskull to Dauthi, and it's got Shadow. Man, Dauthi being evasive too. This card really does a lot, shit. We should definitely have 4 Dauthi. Definitely have 4 Dauthi. Yeah, it does. It does a lot. Main deckable graveyard hate is a sweet aspect of it too. Dauthi is definitely a new format staple. Well, I mean, so, and it's actually, this is something I've talked about a good bit of recently too, is that historic constantly changing and being fresh right now is nice in a way because modern standard currently has been failing at its intended job of giving you a variety of format that changes. Like, typically speaking, if you want to play a format that changes consistently, standard is supposed to be that format, and it hasn't been able to be that format because Eldraine is so overbearing. I'm using my fetch lands early here because I want to play around them having a Leonin Arbiter. Same thing with getting Stoneforge down ASAP. So it's nice in a way that Historic's had so much iteration because Standard hasn't. I think I would expect we're going to start to see Historic stabilize in a big way moving forward because we've kind of getting that like critical mass point. We're going to lose better. Wow, Spellbinder is really good against Stoneforge, huh? We kill Thalia and sweep the board. Well, they have Giver of Runes, so targeting Thalia with the removal spell would probably be an incredible mistake. I assume we're going to lose Dam here. I guess I could theoretically take Vanishing Verse. Surprise me. Okay, so now we'll vanish this. Okay, so we're going to get to do kind of a neat trick next turn. So I'm going to get to activate Stoneforge Mystic and then ephemerate her with the activation on the stack, tutoring up a Maul, and then she's going to be able to equip the Maul and block. This is an onboard trick because they know we have a Maul. Let's see if they see it. They could have a piece of removal here to stop it, but it's definitely the line. It's also an incredibly sweet play, so. Okay, Ephemerate of their own. It's a little punishing for choosing to block Spellbinder. We're into 7 here. Pretty low. And then I don't want to rebound this. I don't want to pay 1. We want to get to 7 mana for Batterskull anyways, so I think this comes into play as a land. And then I think I just Voidwalker here, because the dam costs 5 currently. Unfortunate that this can't block, and we're dead to a removal spell. Maybe I'm supposed to play Tidehollow Sculler, so I'm not dead to removal. When I play Legacy, I think I'm going to say no for now. And that's lethal, right? They get to blink our Stoneforge. Hey, Jedchick, thank you for the 4 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Let's do the last one, see if we get our $5 back. Only 1 in 3, but the games have been good with this deck at least. It's not like the blue-red deck that was earlier. It was just like a total dumpster fire and the games weren't fun. This at least has had decisions in it. And Torpor Orb has more stock. I don't know, maybe if there's a lot of Ephemerate decks, perhaps, but I think you're also going to see more of this style of deck early on in the format because they're the new shiny thing. Although that reminds me, there wasn't a Quasali Pride Mage in my Kiki Court deck earlier, and there should probably be a Quasali Pride Mage in there for killing Torpor Orb. Cocoa mint chocolate. Cocoa mint, sorry. I added chocolate at the end myself. Thanks for the follow. Welcome to the channel. Speaking of Wazali Pride Mages and artifacts. Okay, so I'm gonna want to interact with the board next turn in terms of removal. So I'm gonna go ahead and Tidehollow Sculler this turn, because even if I Stoneforged, I wouldn't really want to do it next turn. Cranial Plating, Nettlecrest. Oh, someone said Affinity was back. It totally is. And it's actually playing Affinity cards. Draw 2 cards. Affinity for artifacts. Little artifact Mull Drifter, chat. Yeah, that does seem really good, huh? I like that they printed cards to push this archetype that the opponent's playing a little bit after they lost Mox Opal. I think I take the Steel Overseer first here so I can't get charged up. Like if Memnite gets to a 3/3, that would be not great for me. Oh, wait, Welding Jar. Huh? Welding Jar lets them counter my Vindicate. Yikes. I think we're dead. Huh. Yeah, definitely want the deck. I don't know who that is. I don't really care about a deck list. I can Google it. I'm capable of working a search engine. Yeah, I think we're dead. Hmm. So I think we Stoneforge Mystic here, grab up the Batterskull. And then next turn, we can Solitude the Germ after chump blocking it this turn. Yeah, I agree with your take, AGH. So we had a good draw, but we are definitely still in danger. With this attack here, do I just Solitude? No. Let's do this. I don't need the Batterskull for free. Ornithopter. Yikes. Huh. Yeah, so I can Solitude, Rebirth Solitude. I don't think that's good enough. I think I just do this and pass. So we obviously have to exile the flyer. The question then becomes, how do we block after that? Do we just chump block here? I think we just chump block here. I think I need the Solitude to live. This gives them a flyer though, right? This thing flies, Small Drifter. And they have 6 artifacts, they're playing it for 1. I think we're dead here. Oh god. Can see it. Artifacts are not monocolor, chat. They are not monocolor. There's no Stony Silence in my 75. Where my Stony Silence at, chat? I have a dam. Maybe Kaya's Guile. Doesn't seem better than anything else we've already got. Yeah, this is probably fine, right? It's like 3 lands, 4 Doomblades, basically. It's the Control deck we're playing. And the off chance that's not ironic, Control is the name of a video game that we're going to be starting on the PlayStation this afternoon. Is a third-person shooter. Gain a mana. Search your library for 1 or 0 mana artifacts. It gives them a mana this turn. And then it gives them a token. Man, actual factual affinity cards, chat. Got the Steel Overseer here. I'm excited that actual affinity might be a deck again. That deck always generated really good games of Magic. It was the one, like, unfortunate casualty of the Mox Opal ban. And, like, Mox Opal needed to go because of all the other bullshit it did, but I'm glad affinity still gets to be a thing. The Urza Saga is busted. We'll see. It's a common theme of your interpretation of healthy formats, low to the ground aggro decks being competitive. Yeah, for sure. Wait, it gains this permanently? Oh. Well. Okay, I accept that this card might be busted. I had assumed that it did each of these things once. They say, yeah, but they can activate it in response to sacrificing it. All right, so we're going to say damn it all next turn. Do I Vindicate something in the middle? Why would I Vindicate the Saga? The Saga's going to go away? I guess the Saga lets them find a 0 or 1 mana thing, but what 0 or 1 mana thing do I care about? The token doesn't matter. Yeah, I guess Welding Jar is annoying. Sure. A Welding Jar doesn't stop, damn. I might just kill the Springleaf Drum. I need to do something to use my mana this turn. I think it's just Springleaf Drum. Yeah, but like map for Saga is like pretty slow, right? And I have another Vindicate in hand, so like I can Vindicate that one before it makes any tokens. So like their turn this turn is like make a token, attack me for a good chunk, and then I kill the board. If I kill the Glimmer Void, they'd have to use the Springleaf Drum and tap a creature this turn. Oh, that's a good thought. Yeah, it is probably better to kill Glimmer Void, you're right. I'm taking 11, and I'm having to pay 1 for Silent Clearing here. Yikes. So this is the part where they'll cash in their bubbles. Yes, up a little bit here. We've got an okay hand. Like Solitude is one off of being castable, and I've got Stoneforge for Batterskull as well. So like even if we brick on the land and can't Solitude next turn, I could like Stoneforge plus Dauthi. We are kind of low though, so we'll see. Solitude having lifelink's a good chap though. Ink Moth instead of Blink Moth ain't too scary, he says before Cranial Plating happens. Mm-hmm. One card in hand. Yeah, I think we just got the plating. And then probably just take 2 this turn, down to 3. Sigil Pest can only be blocked by creatures with flying, so that's why Skyclave Apparition's not blocking that. I don't think I want to upgrade their 2/1 to a 3/2. So that wasn't the untapped land I wanted for Christmas, but it's probably better, right? What's going on, Cherry? Good afternoon. Welcome to Hooklandia. I think I'm pitching the Vindicate, right? The Stoneforge Mystic can stay. It's close. If they have another payoff, I get into trouble here. We're dead to Galvanic Flats regardless, so not playing around with anything like that. Yeah, they're conceding. So I'm gonna get to exile a bunch of stuff here. Wonder if Guile should come in here, probably. This makes a 1/1 flyer, which blocks Sigil Pest. Probably accurate. Actually, Dauthi Voidwalker doesn't seem very good here. Can't block. It's been good, Jay Miller. We played Kiki Chord in the set before this, and it was really good. And this set has had a lot of good games of Magic with interesting decisions with both new and old cards. So got that as a success. We're gonna. It's been good enough that we're gonna play more after today. This will be our only day of Modern this week because I have my schedule set for Thursday and Friday already. We're gonna be doing Arena tomorrow and Friday morning, but there will definitely be at least a couple of Modern leagues on my schedule for next week. Actually, 10-ton hammer, break the ice doesn't kill Glimmer Void. Cause it's a sneaper keeper, grief is gonna get ya, grief fa fa, you fa fa, do 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 do, do 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 do. So we'll get rid of that one. And then we'll target this with this. And it will come back. And we'll get rid of that one. Rid of that one. Go. Storm is 3. I honestly come here for the Abba. God bless. Well, I was going to jam the Tidehollow Sculler as a 2/2, but Solitude means we're going to hang out. Because if we draw an Ephemerate or another Rebirth, we get to run that line back. All right, Rebirth or Ephemerate, please. Come on. Yes! Yes! Nailed it, chat. Nailed it. They only have 3 artifacts. So we get to go exile this. Rebirth this. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. And honestly, like, we talk about, like, what my idea of a good format is a lot of the time. And the biggest takeaway I have from this set is, like, I went 2 and 3 in that league, but it was fun, right? Like, as someone who's a dirty, filthy casual who plays games for fun, when I can walk away from a set having 1 fewer matches that I lost and be like, yeah, that was sweet. I want to do more of that. That's a huge win in my book. And there were a lot of great cards in here. The Solitude Grief with Ephemerate and Rebirth was fantastic and sweet. Dauthi Voidwalker was absurd at lots of different points. Loved it. Would definitely get a 4th copy of that. Honestly, it felt like the weak link in all of this was Vindicate. Like, I wasn't really super excited about this card anytime they drew it. It was just, like, only okay. A real consideration for this deck, especially considering we're playing Ephemerate anyways, we should probably just be a Yorion deck, which is one of the reasons why I'm going to kind of roll my eyes and sigh and think I kind of wish those cards weren't in the format. I don't know that they're too good, but, like, it definitely feels like they're kind of toxic from a deck building perspective, where, like, you're like, all right, yeah, it should just be a Yorion deck. And if you're a Yorion deck, you could probably afford to have Vindicate in your deck with the deck slots at that. So yeah, I think that would be my suggestion. I would flesh this out to a Yorion deck, play like 4th Skyclave, 4th of this, probably play 4 dams in the main. You could play a 3rd piece of equipment for Stoneforge Mystic, whether it's a sword or a Caldra Complete if you want to play that. Maybe play some Kaya's Guiles. This card was good at different points. Yeah, it's just like Lurds, you adjust your deck to play it, you play it. And the Yorion Pass is basically like if your deck has enough random blink effects, or things that get value off the blink, you might as well queue it up, right? Wouldn't a Yorion deck make us less likely to, like, to a small degree, you're less likely to have that, but like that also isn't the only good thing about this deck. So like having that be slightly less consistent on turns 1, 2, and 3 to gain the power level that Yorion gives you is good. Any sweet cards at Keyguard? Nah, I don't think so. Well, we played Solitude and Kiki Card. In fact, one thing I'm going to do here before I forget is, with Torpor Orb being a thing people could play in that artifact deck we just played against, I'm going to throw a Pride Mage in here before I forget. The old 81 card special for the time being. Yeah. All right. At any rate, that's going to wrap for me for Modern for the day and Magic. If you want to check out the Kiki Card League, if you didn't see us play this earlier, it'll be up on my YouTube channel tonight. For the next 90 minutes or so, we're going to be starting a new variety game on the PlayStation.